What is up, dudes and Foxy Dudettes? Today we're going to go over 6 of my recent fragrance purchases. There's some new ones in there like Prada Rossa Ocean EDP and the new EDP from YSL Myslf. Not me, but the fragrance is called Myslf, and just stay tuned, we'll talk about it. So what can I say about Prada Rossa Ocean EDP? First of all, it is a mouthful to say. Second of all, there is an eau de toilette out available, which is a weaker concentration, which brings me to my first tip of the day. When I was at Sephora and they were trying to help me out with fragrances, they only had the EDT for me to try, and they were like, the EDP is really good though. And I'm like, well, I really want to smell the EDP before I buy a full-size bottle. And they're like, oh, it's the same. Guys, that is not the same. Eau de toilettes, eau de parfums, the latest thing is elixirs now too, is a stronger concentrate. They all smell differently. Now, granted, they may smell a little bit differently, but they do smell differently. So don't take anybody's advice saying that, oh, it's just a stronger smelling version. It's not. There will be, the same DNA, but with the different notes, it will be a slightly different fragrance. That being said, so I only bought the smaller travel size because I didn't want to commit to a full-size bottle, just in case, it could have been completely different. But I wish I had gone with the full-size bottle. It does smell that good. And that's one of the things you guys are going to notice on this list also, is that some of these are older fragrances that I just recently picked up, because usually I will try the smaller size like this and see how it works with me, and then after I'm done with it, then I got to get a full-size bottle. So as far as the notes on Prada Rossa Ocean EDP, I'm looking at Frantica. You guys know I can never remember the notes. Top notes are grapefruit. Middle notes are woody notes, frankincense. Base notes are vanilla and amber extreme. That's all they have listed. This is a banger of a fragrance. It does project well. It lasts a good long time. As far as like time when to wear it, I think you can wear it anytime. Morning, afternoon, evening, it'd be pretty good. As far as seasons go, I think it works for all seasons. As being an ocean in the title, they're probably trying to go for a blue fragrance, so summer, maybe spring is probably what they're aiming for, but I think they made something that's going to work all year round. But summer and spring are probably the 2 seasons it's going to work best for. But definitely go give this a shot. Pick it up. Dolce & Gabbana Intenso is the next on the list, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, which you totally should, I recently released a reel talking about this being my scent of the day. It is an awesome fragrance. It ticks a lot of boxes. It's, it's aquatic, it's sweet, it's woody, it's tobacco, it's fresh, it's herbal. It is a darker scent, and it's pretty good. Let's break down the notes. Quite a few notes in this bad boy. I'm only going to tell you a few. There's lavender, water notes, and marigold, among some basil in the top notes. The middle notes have some tobacco, some clary sage, and some bran. It's some unique notes. There's also hay in the middle notes they have listed here in Frantica. That's kind of a unique note. I don't think I have a fragrance that has hay. Well, I do now, right? And the base notes is like sandalwood, amber, and some more floral notes. Guys, this is definitely something that you would want to wear more towards like afternoon, evening-ish. It's good for any season, but you're better off with fall, winter. I wouldn't really wear it so much in the summer. You might be able to pull it off in the spring, but I would lay off of it in the summertime. But again, for me personally, it's more of an evening fragrance. It's just got those heavier notes that just work better at night. Also, guys, I would also go a little heavy-handed with the sprays on this. Even though it is an EDP, Dolce & Gabbana sometimes produces fragrances that are a little lackluster in the performance area. This does last long, but I would say an extra 1 or 2 sprays. Next up, we have Monteblanc Legend. Now, Monteblanc Legend is a little bit of an older one, came out in 2011, but it ticks a lot of boxes. It's sweet, but not overly sweet, and not like a synthetically sweet. It's fruity, it has some woods, some tonka bean in there. It's pretty nice. I'm gonna read you some of the notes. Okay, so not only does this have a lot of fruit in it, it's got some florals in it as well. Its top notes are lavender, pineapple, bergamot, and some lemon, a different kind of lemon. I don't know what lemon verbena is. It's new to me. Its middle notes are red apple, dried fruits, oak moss, geranium, some rose. So you got a nice mix of florals and fruits. You know, some guys aren't keen on the rose notes, but I think that works for a masculine fragrance. I mean, this does smell pretty masculine. The base notes are tonka bean and sandalwood, so it's really, you know, going back to basics when it gets to the base notes. The dry down is really nice. It doesn't last the longest, but again, you can apply a few more sprays and it will work for you just fine. As far as day or evening, I would say that this would work towards day for sure. Evening, you could get away with it, I think. Is it good for like the office? I think it's perfect for the office. I don't think it would offend anybody, so that's what makes it pretty good, in my opinion, for the office. As far as a date, I would say it's better not for date night, but maybe like date afternoon, like a lunch date or a coffee date. Again, just my opinion. Definitely try it out for yourself. For seasons, I think it's good for like summer, spring. Those are the main two seasons it's going to be really good for. The warmer weather. I don't think it, although you could wear it in the fall and the winter, it's more suited towards warmer weather. So the next one is a flanker of the last one. Legend Spirit. Now, it's a good time to point out that I always recommend you guys don't buy every flanker of a fragrance. And this is a different case because these two were in a box set. I bought this one. Well, I really wanted this one, but it was a box set at Macy's. Both of these for $100. I couldn't pass it up. And this smelled really good. You know, I was testing this out and was going to get this one, and then the lady recommended, you know, if you like this one comes with it for less than just this alone. So that's why I went with it. But I always recommend you guys don't purchase every flanker. You don't need it. Most of the time they're very similar. Just find what you like. You may not like the original. You may like something different about one of the flankers and go with that one. You don't need to have every fragrance in the line. That being said, Legend Spirit is different enough from the original Legend that it was worth having, in my opinion. It smells really good. In my opinion, it's a little bit sweeter. Okay, a lot sweeter than Legend. But the notes in it are different enough that it smells like a completely different fragrance. Like it doesn't, in my personal opinion, doesn't even have the same DNA as the original Legend. Let's break down the notes. So for the top notes, we have grapefruit, bergamot, pink pepper. Middle notes, there's water notes in there, lavender, cardamom. The base notes are white musk, white woods, cashmere wood, and oak moss. From the note breakdown, you can tell that this is a completely different fragrance than the other one. I personally don't think they have the same DNA at all. This could have been its own fragrance. It didn't have to be a flanker, in my personal opinion. Some people may disagree. It's definitely good towards the warmer months, so definitely spring, summer. Definitely a daytime fragrance. I mean, you can rock it at night if you want to, but there are better options for that. I also would not rock this at the office. I think it's a lot sweeter. Again, this is my personal opinion, but I think it's a lot sweeter, and I think more people may not like it enough. I mean, obviously I do. I wanted this one and that's what I got, but it could be a little too much for the office, in my personal opinion. So the next one is one of the newest releases from Yves Saint Laurent. It is called Myself. It is an EDP. This was released over the summertime. This smells pretty damn good in my opinion. I've worn it a few times, gotten several compliments on it already, and it's interesting to say the least. Let's break down the notes and we'll talk about it a little bit more. So as my peeps in the fragrance community know, the latest trend has just been releasing 3 notes on new releases, and you got to kind of figure out what the other ones are. The ones that are listed here are Calabrian bergamot, then regular bergamot in the top notes. I don't know what the difference between the two are, but that's what's listed. Middle notes are Tunisian orange blossom, and then the base notes are patchouli and ambrofix. I guess some kind of synthetic ambroxan. But this is a projector, so I definitely think you can rock it during the night. Perfect for a date night. You can rock it during the day as well. I would avoid wearing it in the office. It might project us a little too much, and it could be a little polarizing. It definitely doesn't need more than a few sprays, so just what you normally would wear a fragrance, so maybe 2 or 3 sprays at most. As far as seasons, spring, summer, fall, I think it works perfect for that. Winter, there are probably better options for the winter, but definitely a pretty cool fragrance, a great new release. Even though it smells very similar to something else, you know, it's unique in and of itself. Somebody asked me, you know, what I thought, if it was unique, and I said it is and it isn't. And I think that's the best way to describe this. And the final entry on this list is one that I love, I've been wearing for years, and I finally got a full-size bottle. Prada L'Homme. Now, Prada L'Homme is a great scent. It's powdery, it's floral, perfect for the office. It is a great safe scent, but do not confuse that with boring. The notes that go in here just make it extremely masculine, perfect for pretty much any occasion. Not only is it like the perfect fragrance for the office, but it would work great for a date night. It would work great for, you know, for black tie events. So if you're gonna wear your tuxedo, this is the scent to go with. It just ticks so many boxes. Let's talk about the notes. So the top notes are neroli, black pepper, cardamom, carrot seeds. That's a unique note, right? Middle notes, iris, violet, geranium. Your base notes are amber, cedar, patchouli, and sandalwood. The note that really catches everybody's attention is the iris. But I don't want you guys to think just because you heard so much of the floral notes that it's going to make it feminine. It is not feminine in any way. It is extremely masculine. I would highly urge you guys to go pick it up, especially if you're looking for a good office scent, something, you know, good for work. This is the scent to get. And I would recommend that you do it very quickly. The rumor is this is on the chopping block. Most of the flankers that have come out have been axed, and you know, there hasn't been a new flanker in about 3 or 4 years. This might be on the chopping block soon, which is unfortunate because this is a beast of a fragrance. It projects really well. You don't need a lot of sprays, but even if you do overspray, I don't think anybody is going to find this offensive. So don't take a bath in it, but a few extra sprays is not going to hurt you, and it's going to last you the entire day. All right, guys, those are my latest cologne purchases that I've made. Down in the comments, let me know, what have you picked up? What do you recommend? I'm always interested in learning about new fragrances. And don't forget, everything that I've listed here, if I can find it, I'm going to list down in the description so you'll be able to go pick it up. And with that, we will see you next time. So please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the social media things. Help me fight the YouTube algorithm. Ring the bell. Be sure to check out thewellroundeddude.com. Dude15 will save you 15% off your total purchase, and we got a lot of cool stuff. And don't forget, the holidays are coming up, so it's perfect to pick up those fragrances, or, you know, give the gift of the well-rounded dude. And be sure to check out our podcast. We just released a new episode a couple days ago with my boy Yaya. Be sure to check that out. A lot of fire was dropped in there, a lot of heat, a lot of good tips. We talk about colognes and a whole bunch of other stuff that's grooming, style, and fashion related. So be sure to check that out, and we will see you next time. Take care. Peace.